always a beautiful day here in Willow Creek. The sun is shining, the plants are blooming, the birds are existing, and the Sims, like always, are going about their perfect days without an issue in the world. But what if that wasn't the case? Sure, your Sim might get fired, they might pass away, they might fail university, drop out of high school, other Sims might dislike them. However, nothing really bad happens to the Sims in The Sims 4, right? Can we all agree on that? And that's why I came up with 5 negative things I need in The Sims 4, just for science purposes, you know? Spice up the gameplay, since sometimes when things are too positive and happy all the time, it gets boring. And it gets boring
real quick.
Before we get into it, let's talk about the best way for you to expand your gaming library, but for cheap. The answer to that is instant gaming. You can purchase PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo games, all for a really great discount. If you want to check it out, I have a link for instant gaming in the video description. If you do end up purchasing something using my link, not only are you getting the best price for your chosen game, you're also supporting my channel, since I will get a small commission from it. So thank you. First up, I want the classic Burglaries to make a comeback. Sure, we got this break-in event with For Rent, yet that doesn't scratch my itch for classic Burglaries. I miss the fear of the classic black and white striped burglar breaking in my house, not knowing what item they were gonna take, and if this was gonna ruin my Sims' lives, or just be a simple inconvenience. I feel like back in the day, it really had that potential of ruining your Sims' lives if they took something big and something that you needed. Ugh. That was horrible. This random event is perfect to include in The Sims. Let me tell you why. You can't prevent it in the moment when it's starting to happen. You can't force them to take something that wouldn't really affect you. And still, there were ways to kind of prevent this from happening to begin with if you wanted to. There was these alarms that would go off. You could also fight the burglar if you wanted to. You could call the cops if you wanted to. You could prevent it somewhat, but not once the event starts to happen. It was a great little thing that added storytelling opportunities to your gameplay, because now you have to kind of readjust what you're doing. Maybe you make that part of your Sim's personality, like they got robbed one time, and now they're doing all this stuff to prevent that, or to get back at that robber. You could find out who robbed you, and go make their life a living hell. Plus, nowadays, with fears being included in The Sims 4, there's another layer to it. It could become a fear for some Sims. It could also become a very unfortunate milestone, in a way, now that we have milestones from growing together. And that would allow Sims to reminisce about it and feel some negative moodlets. They could just randomly think about their first time getting robbed and be like, dang, that sucks. Get a bad moodlet. I know back in the day the developers said that they weren't going to include something like this since it could be triggering for some players, and I get that. I respect that. Then why do we have vampires who can break in? And why did we get these break-ins? At this point, I think that they should bring back the classic burglaries and bring back the alarms. This was definitely a missed opportunity for Rent. They should have brought back the alarms. They could have made this event different. They could have added in the classic event. Oh man, there's a lot they could have done with this and they didn't, and it makes me very sad. Either way, I think the return of the classic robbery would make many longtime players feel quite happy, and they would quite enjoy having this negative random event making a comeback. If you know me, then you know I love the gossiping feature in The Sims 2. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with spamming this interaction just to learn all of the gossip. Who was cheating on who? Who peed their pants? Who's pregnant? If I ever planned for someone to find out their partner was having an affair, I would go about it using gossip. I would have someone else catch the Sim being affectionate with their affair partner, then that Sim would gossip until they passed that info on to someone else, who would gossip to someone else, and they would gossip to someone else, and eventually, I would determine it is time, and they would gossip to the Sim who's being cheated on. It was an interesting way to destroy a relationship, which resulted in real angry Sims and possibly real enemies between the original couple, especially if they were to divorce from it. But yeah, real angry Sims and real enemies. I would like to see that make a comeback. Like, I don't know about you, but becoming enemies in The Sims 4 doesn't really seem to do anything. The Sim doesn't like you and won't come hang out, but seriously, what does it really do? Honestly, nothing. I don't know, peeps. I feel like in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, enemies felt real. In The Sims 2, you'd get that red tinted thumbnail for Sims you were furious with, and over time it would slowly go away. But that wouldn't change your relationship meter with them. Like, you would still be in the negative. And I like that extra layer to this. It was just how furious they were with them. Then on top of that, you would see your enemies walking by your house scheming, thinking about how mad they were at you, kicking your trash bin down, which could cause a bug infestation, or stealing your newspaper. Now that is the stuff I think is great, and I really miss it in The Sims 4. I want our Sims to refuse to call their enemies and to ask to hang out. Like, that shouldn't even be an option for enemies. You should have limited friendly social interactions with them. This whole social interaction menu shouldn't be available. It shouldn't be too easy to recover a relationship. I want it to be a difficult thing to recover. And I think that there should be way more mean options available to enemies. There should be enemy-focused options, and not just a few here and there. They should really expand this. Okay, class, let's all say this together. Evil Sims in The Sims 4 suck. They really do. They suck. Let's just consider them to not even exist because the evil trait is so lame. What does the evil sim do? They laugh like a crazy person. They can discuss evil plans with other evil sims. They get moodlets depending on who's around them. They can dismiss goodness to a good sim. They tip 1 simoleon instead of 10 to street musicians. They smash dollhouses and kick trash cans down when they're not even angry. They laugh at pets misbehaving. Wow, so cool. Very evil. Much evil. So evil. JK. I'm sorry, but if I wasn't actively making my evil sims behave in evil ways, the evil trait actually does little to nothing. Is it wrong that I want evil trait that causes my sims to actually act evil and not just a little cheeky or ill-mannered? It's bland AF. I'm not even sure how they'd go about to fix this or improve it since Sims 4 is created to be too safe. They didn't want a lot of evilness in it. There's nothing really evil in the game already, so how would you make evil sims even more evil? I have no idea. It's a hard thing to fix because of how the game is created and who they're targeting with this game. Now, for the darkest thing in this video that I wish was included in The Sims 4, I wish Sims could unalive each other. You know what I mean? I'm talking about murder. It feels wrong to be here straight up wishing my virtual dolls could murder each other, so I'm going to address it in the funny way. Sims unaliving each other. I can understand why mods like extreme violence exist. I think adding something like that would really help out with the other points in this video, like real enemies and more evil sims. If you could unalive another sim, I guess that would make having real enemies more of a threat. What if your enemy unalives you? Unaliving other sims would definitely make evil sims way more evil as well. Like, what's more evil than that? I don't think there really is anything else. Having this within the game would certainly spice up everything. It would add another layer to every single thing. Going out in public, your relationships with others, the fact that this could randomly happen. There's more of a reason to be an evil sim and to be more careful while interacting with random sims out in the wild. Like, what if that sim is a serial killer or something? You would have to think about those things. I think maybe it's time for me to look for some mods to add some more negative things in my gameplay. At this point, I have to. I gotta do it for the science. Comment some mods if you know of any that could be interesting to play with. I would love to check it out. And yeah, what are some negative things that you would like to see in The Sims 4? If you've made it this far, thank you so much. Your support means the world to me. Like, watching the whole video seriously helps my channel grow. Let's do this again real soon, okay? Until then, stay happy, healthy, and hydrated. Drink that water, water your plants, and pet your pets. Bye!